Have you ever wondered why you can stand upright without falling over, or why you can walk in a straight line without veering off course? Each day, we perform a myriad of tasks that require balance, from walking and running to standing on one foot or even just sitting upright. These seemingly simple actions are actually a complex symphony directed by our nervous system, with one crucial player often overlooked: our ears. Balance, in essence, is our ability to maintain our body's center of mass over its base of support. It's not just about being able to stand on one leg or walk in a straight line. Balance is also intricately tied to our perception of the world. It helps us understand our orientation and movement in space and adjusts our position as we interact with our environment. Imagine walking on a sandy beach. With each step, the ground beneath you shifts and changes, yet you're able to adjust your stance and walk without falling over. That's your balance in action, helping you adapt to changing circumstances. Now, what if I told you that your ears, those organs you associate with hearing, are also vital for maintaining balance? It might come as a surprise, but our ears do more than just help us hear the world around us. Inside each ear, there's a tiny, intricate system known as the vestibular system. This system is like a miniature gyroscope, providing our brains with vital information about our body's motion, head position, and spatial orientation. It works in harmony with our eyes and proprioception, the sense of position and movement of our body parts, to help us maintain balance and move smoothly. So, the next time you're walking, dancing, or even just standing, take a moment to appreciate the amazing work your ears are doing. Not only are they helping you enjoy the sounds of the world, but they're also playing a vital role in keeping you steady and balanced. Surprisingly, it's our ears that play a crucial role in keeping us steady and balanced. The ear is a complex organ that does more than just help us hear. Let's take a journey and explore the intricate anatomy of the ear. Our ears are divided into three main parts: the outer ear, the middle ear, and the inner ear. Each of these sections has a unique role in the process of hearing and balance. Starting with the outer ear, this part consists of the pinna and the ear canal. The pinna, the part of the ear you see on the sides of your head, catches sound waves and funnels them into the ear canal. These sound waves then hit the eardrum, a delicate membrane located at the end of the ear canal, causing it to vibrate. The middle ear is an air-filled space located behind the eardrum. This section houses three tiny but mighty bones known as the ossicles. These are the malleus, incus, and stapes, collectively known as the hammer, anvil, and stirrup due to their shapes. Their job is to amplify the vibrations from the eardrum and transmit them to the inner ear. Now let's delve into the inner ear, where the magic of hearing and balance really happens. The inner ear is a maze-like structure filled with fluid and lined with sensitive hair cells. It consists of two main parts: the cochlea, which is responsible for hearing, and the vestibular system, crucial for maintaining balance. The cochlea is a spiral-shaped organ that transforms sound vibrations into nerve signals that our brain can understand. But let's focus on the vestibular system, the balance center of the ear. This system includes three semicircular canals and two otolith organs, the utricle and the saccule. The semicircular canals are filled with a fluid called endolymph and lined with hair cells. These canals detect rotational movements of the head, like when you're nodding yes or shaking your head no. As the fluid moves, it bends the hair cells, creating signals that are sent to the brain to help us understand our body's position. The otolith organs, on the other hand, monitor linear movements such as going up in an elevator or moving forward and backward. They contain tiny crystals that move when your head changes position, triggering the hair cells to send signals to the brain. Together, these structures work as a team to give us a sense of balance and spatial orientation. They constantly send information to the brain about our head's position and movement, allowing us to walk, run, and move without falling. As we can see, the ear is a fascinating organ that plays a key role in both hearing and balance. So how does the inner ear, specifically the vestibular system, help us maintain our balance? Well, let's delve into the fascinating world of our body's internal balance system. The vestibular system, located in our inner ear, is a complex network of fluid-filled canals and tiny sensory hair cells. This system is our body's unsung hero, working tirelessly behind the scenes to help us maintain our balance and orient ourselves in space. Now, let's break down how the vestibular system works. Imagine you're on a roller coaster. As you whip around corners and plummet down steep drops, your head is constantly moving. Your vestibular system detects these head movements and position changes and sends this information to your brain. To be more specific, the vestibular system is composed of two main parts: the semicircular canals and the otolith organs. The semicircular canals are three loop-shaped structures that are responsible for detecting rotational movements. These canals are filled with a fluid called endolymph and lined with sensory hair cells. When you turn your head, the fluid inside the canals moves, bending the hair cells. This bending generates nerve signals that are sent to the brain, telling it that your head is turning. On the other hand, the otolith organs, which include the utricle and the saccule, detect linear movements and gravity. They contain tiny crystals that move when your head changes position. As these crystals move, they stimulate the sensory hair cells, which then send signals to the brain about your head's new position. So in our roller coaster example, as you're sent spinning and hurtling in all directions, your semicircular canals and otolith organs are busy sending signals to your brain about your head's movements and position changes. Your brain then processes this information and uses it to help you maintain your balance even as you're being tossed about on the ride. This constant exchange of information between the vestibular system and the brain is what allows us to walk without falling, to stand upright without toppling over, and to move our heads without getting dizzy. It's also why we can tell which way is up even when we're in complete darkness. But the vestibular system doesn't work alone. It collaborates with our eyes and muscles to ensure we stay balanced. Our eyes provide visual cues about our surroundings, while our muscles and joints send feedback about our body's movements and position. Together, these systems help us navigate the world smoothly and efficiently. In essence, our ears act like sophisticated gyroscopes, providing our brains with real-time information about our body's position and movement. So the next time you're spinning around on a dance floor or catching a wave on a surfboard, remember to thank your inner ear for keeping you balanced and upright. However, sometimes things can go wrong and we can experience balance disorders. When the intricate workings of the inner ear and brain are disrupted, it can lead to a variety of balance disorders. Three such common disorders are vertigo, Meniere's disease, and labyrinthitis. Let's start with vertigo. Vertigo isn't just a feeling of dizziness, it's an illusion of movement. People with vertigo often feel like they or their surroundings are spinning when they're actually still. This can be disconcerting and lead to stumbling or falling. The cause? Usually it's a problem within the inner ear or brain. For instance, benign paroxysmal positional vertigo or BPPV is a common cause of vertigo. It occurs when tiny calcium particles clump up in the inner ear, sending incorrect signals to the brain about bodily movements. Next, let's talk about Meniere's disease. This is a chronic disorder of the inner ear characterized by episodes of vertigo, tinnitus, that's a ringing in the ears, hearing loss, and a feeling of fullness or pressure in the ear. Meniere's disease is thought to be caused by an abnormal volume of fluid in the inner ear, but the exact cause is still a mystery. Genetics, viral infections, or autoimmune reactions are all potential culprits. And then there's labyrinthitis. This is an inflammation of the inner ear, usually caused by viral infections such as the common cold or flu. These infections cause inflammation in the inner ear around nerves that are key to the body's sense of balance. The result? Vertigo, hearing loss, and difficulty with balance. So, what do these disorders have in common? They all involve the inner ear or brain, and they all disrupt our sense of balance. Infections, injuries, or conditions that affect these areas can lead to balance disorders. Even certain medications can cause problems. For example, some drugs used to treat high blood pressure or seizures can impair balance. But it's not just physical conditions that can affect balance. Mental health plays a role too. Anxiety, for instance, can lead to feelings of unsteadiness and imbalance. It's a reminder of how interconnected our bodies and minds truly are. It's also important to note that while these are common balance disorders, there are many others. Everyone is different, and what affects one person's balance might not affect another's. That's why it's crucial to consult with a healthcare professional if you're experiencing any issues with your balance. Balance disorders can be disorienting and scary, but understanding their causes is the first step towards managing them. Recognizing the signs, knowing the causes, and seeking professional help can make all the difference in managing these conditions. So if you're feeling a bit off kilter, don't ignore it. Reach out to a healthcare provider. After all, maintaining balance in all senses of the word is key to navigating our world with grace and ease. So, what can we do if we experience a balance disorder? The good news is that there are a range of treatments and strategies available to help manage and overcome balance disorders. The appropriate treatment will depend on the underlying cause of the disorder, so it's important to have a comprehensive evaluation by a healthcare provider. One of the most effective treatments for many balance disorders is vestibular rehabilitation therapy. This is a form of physical therapy that uses specialized exercises to improve balance and reduce problems related to dizziness. These exercises can help to retrain the brain to recognize and process signals from the vestibular system and coordinate them with information from the eyes, muscles, and joints. In some cases, medication may be prescribed to help control the symptoms of a balance disorder. These can include drugs to reduce inflammation or swelling, or to manage symptoms such as dizziness or nausea. Lifestyle changes can also play a significant role in managing balance disorders. Regular exercise, maintaining a healthy weight, and avoiding triggers that can exacerbate symptoms, such as certain foods or stress, can all help to improve balance and reduce the impact of the disorder on daily life. In more severe cases, or when other treatments have not been effective, surgery may be recommended. This could involve procedures to repair or stabilize parts of the inner ear, or in some cases, to disconnect the balance function of the affected ear to allow the other ear to take over. It's also worth noting that psychological support can be hugely beneficial for people dealing with balance disorders. Coping with a chronic condition can be stressful, and counseling or support groups can provide a space to share experiences and strategies for managing the emotional impact of living with a balance disorder. Though balance disorders can be challenging, there are many strategies available to manage them and improve quality of life. So, while the journey to recovery might feel like a tightrope walk at times, remember that there are many resources available to help you regain your footing and restore your balance. To sum up, balance is a complex process that involves multiple parts of the ear. The ears are not just our gateway to the world of sound, but they also play an instrumental role in helping us maintain our balance. This is because they house a sophisticated system of semicircular canals filled with fluid and tiny hair cells that detect movement. These canals are oriented in different directions, and when we move our head, the fluid inside them shifts, causing the hair cells to bend. This bending triggers a nerve impulse that is sent to our brain, helping us understand our body's position in space. We've also delved into the intricate anatomy of the ear, which is divided into three main parts: the outer ear, the middle ear, and the inner ear. Each part has a specific role in hearing and balance. The inner ear in particular houses the vestibular system, which is crucial for maintaining our equilibrium. However, there are times when this intricate system may not work as it should, leading to balance disorders. These disorders can be caused by a variety of factors, such as infections, certain drugs, aging, or injuries to the head. Symptoms may include dizziness, vertigo, problems with coordination, and difficulty maintaining a steady gaze. But the good news is that balance disorders can often be managed or even overcome. Strategies include physical therapy exercises to help retrain the brain, medications to alleviate symptoms, and in some cases, surgery. It's also important to remember that a healthy lifestyle, including regular exercise and good nutrition, can support overall ear health and function. So there you have it, a quick journey into the world of balance and the remarkable role our ears play in it. It's a fascinating topic, and we hope you've learned something new. So, the next time you effortlessly walk in a straight line or stand upright, remember to thank your ears for their crucial role in balance.